All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hope for the elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson of how alone the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai allows it to go. I'm not really sure what I want to name the video. Abu Ratazah, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Lord will, the Lord give me a title for the video. But Lord will's brothers can see on the screen. I have this article here from the Forbes list, from Forbes, Salakia, and it says why the Feds need to crush the economy and job market to save them. All right, so basically this article is going into how the Feds is getting ready to, like I said, destroy the job market, to save the economy. All right, like one of the spokesmen, I don't think it might have been Jerome Powell that came out and said it, or one of the other spokesmen for the Federal Reserve came out and said that basically we got to eliminate jobs in order to save the economy. And that means more people, your hours are going to be cut back, which is going on now. And that's me speaking personally because my hours have been cut back like maybe 6-7 hours a week. All right. And other people as well, around the world, I know as well, hours, people, taking to social media, speaking about how their hours are being cut back or whatever. And a lot of people are losing their jobs. All right. I think Dell, the company Dell that make computers, they just laid off like 13 or 12,000 more employees. All right. I know Microsoft is laid off. Apple is laid off. Amazon is laid off. FedEx is laying off. Tons of these companies are laying off left and right. All right. And now the Fed comes out and say, look, we got to destroy the job market in order to save the economy. And what the whole scheme behind that is, and me just speaking as a man, the whole scheme behind that is to get people more dependent on the system, because Esau is getting ready to push UBI, Universal Basic Income, full force. All right. And they want people, like I said in past videos, through the spirit of Bobby, how about Shemiah Shah, to have people backs against the walls. That's their plan. They want people's backs against the wall by people's hours being cut, people just losing their jobs, and so on and so forth, to get people more dependent on the system. And we all know what the end goal of the system is going to be: a microchip implanted inside your body to receive that UBI and that universal basic income or whatever. Or if you still do have a job, in order for you to receive your money, you're going to have the Karagma. All right, if you want to drive a car, you're going to have the Karagma. All your information is going to be on the Karagma. All right, your carbon footprint, your 19 jab status, it's all going to be on the Karagma. All right, so that's why they're looking to destroy the job market, destroy people's jobs, have people desperate, so they'll depend more on the system. But when they got them, which they pretty much already got these people, the sign was when they brought the C-19 out. That was a test run to show how they got these people in their hands. All right, but now they're getting ready to full force destroy the American economy, which is pretty much already destroyed, but they're getting ready to fully do away with it. So I'm gonna play the audio because it comes with audio. So I'm gonna play the audio and I'm gonna stop it and give commentary. Lord will.
Why the Fed needs to crush the economy and job market to save them. By Jack Kelly. It's understandable if you're completely confused about the job market and economy. The reason why you feel in the dark is because the reasons may seem counterintuitive. The Federal Reserve Bank, the entity controlling the United States money supply, has to make the economy worse before it can get better.
Right, so they're saying they have to, the economy, things have to get worse before it can get better. All right, another so-called Great Depression. All right, but this time, back in those times, people were, can you say a little bit more self-efficient. I think it was the Great Recession, 1913, if I am mistaken. I may be mistaken on that date, but I think it was 1913 or something like that. Something like that. So like again, if I'm mistaken. But people back then were a little bit less reliant on the government. Now people are full force reliant on the government for everything, for food, for housing, for everything. All right, the whole money. People are more dependent on the government now than anything. All right.
Fed Chair Jerome Powell openly admits that the economy needs to be cooled down to fight inflation. Bear in mind, Powell and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen missed the mark, claiming inflation was only transitory and would subside after a while. It didn't ebb and has hit 40-year record highs. The U.S. government messed up. The bigger it gets, the harder it falls. One of the Fed's only tools now is to hike interest rates, which makes buying a home with a mortgage, using credit cards, or seeking loans to start a business much more expensive. The result is that people will opt out of purchasing homes, cut down on spending, forego starting a business, and companies will lay off workers and enact hiring freezes.
Right, there you go. Companies will lay off workers and stop hiring people. And again, that's the end game. That's what they want. They want people completely on UBI. Again, universal basic income. And again, in order for you to receive that, you're going to have the Karagma. All right, so that's the goal, to destroy people's jobs, all right, and get people more dependent on the system. People are going to be begging for UBI. All right, and then again, that's when people's backs is going to be against the wall, and that's when Esau is going to come with the Karagma.
The government flooding the economy with trillions of dollars, while not taking immediate action to cut off inflation before it raged, left the Fed with few other choices that brought down the economy, causing high unemployment. The cold theory is that you won't spend money if you don't have a job, and the economy will contract. The argument against this theory is that employment is still high and businesses can't find enough workers. There are over 11 million jobs available and 2 roles for each one individual seeking a role. The consumer will keep spending in a tight job market, saving the day. However, recent layoff announcements are pulling away the foundation from a house of cards. The widely reported 2 jobs open for every 1 person seeking a new role isn't exactly accurate. People assume that there is a direct match between open roles and job hunters who either possess the requisite skills or are interested in the type of positions available. If you are a tax accountant looking for a new role, having 2 bartender jobs available isn't very helpful.
Yeah, it's like, and all these jobs that Biden's talking about, all these jobs that we can create, they're all low-paying jobs, bartending, restaurant hosts, whatever. They're all low-paying jobs. They're not jobs you can make a living off of, especially now with inflation and all that.
Another fallacy is saying that it's a hot job market. Not every sector is in demand. If you are a software engineer, you'll be sought after. On the other end of the spectrum, waiters, bartenders, warehouse workers, and other frontline workers are desperately needed. However, many of these folks don't want these types of jobs and plan to pivot out of their respective industries. They desire roles that aren't backbreaking and don't require being on your feet all day and dealing with abusive customers. This is one of the reasons why the jobs are still open. People don't want them. The start of layoffs was with startups. At first, layoffs came for the venture-backed startups and smaller tech companies that were heavily funded, but lacked full revenue and had the absence of profits. Then, the crypto industry got crushed. Not only were there layoffs, but platforms were closed, funds were made unavailable to customers, and bankruptcies were filed. Now, the downsizings and hiring freezes are coming for the big brand corporations. Wells Fargo and JP Morgan cut mortgage-related personnel due to the foreseeable slowdown in home purchases, as the monthly mortgage payments and interest are too much of a burden for families to carry. Microsoft, Twitter, Apple, Netflix, Ford Motors, and many other major corporations are laying off workers or freezing headcount.
Right, so those are major corporations, but it's going to trickle down to the smaller ones. All right, all the major ones are cutting people or freezing, hiring people, don't want to hire nobody, and that's going to trickle down to the smaller companies.
As the large companies let go of workers, allow attrition without replacement, and put into effect hiring freezes, the actions will reverberate throughout the business sectors. It's a domino effect. Each company, fearing a downturn, will cut budgets. This is basically the Fed's plan. When the business community cools down, so should inflation. The worker needs to be sacrificed for the system to be balanced again. The good time.
And if the workers, the citizen can't make money, what are they going to turn to? They're going to turn to crime. They're going to get desperate. Second Ezra 15 chapter. They're going to, if they can't work, they can't make ends meet. They're not making enough money. What are they going to do? They're going to turn to crime. They're going to go to stealing stuff, looting. All right? That's what they're going to do. What else are they going to do? So the Fed's plan is to have people basically lose their job and all of that. Then they turn to crime, and then they're going to come with a solution, which again is the Karagma. It's all mapped out, man. It's all mapped out. And it's coming right around the corner. They keep all these financial experts, even these big banks like Bank of America, all saying America's getting ready to go into a recession.
Times are turning bad. Last week, the number of Americans applying for unemployment benefits rose to the highest level in more than 8 months. It's a warning sign for
people ain't working, man. Because people are like, man, why am I coming to this job? Even if they do got a job, I ain't making enough money to pay my bills. I ain't making enough money for gas. I ain't making enough money for food. Why the hell am I coming here every day? That's the attitude people are going to start to get. People are already getting that. And again, once they go to unemployment and they cut that off or whatever, or people, they don't give it to everybody, again, people are going to turn to crime.
And foreshadowing what's to come. Jobless claims for the week ending July 15th increased to 251,000, representing the most significant spike since the pandemic time period of November 13th last year, when 265,000 Americans applied for benefits. The Department of Labor also pointed out that employers advertised fewer jobs in May, another signal of a declining job market, which the Fed is hoping for. What is a
Right, so they want to destroy the job market. They don't want people to have jobs. All right, again, because they want people dependent fully on the system they're getting ready to put out there. UBI, don't, just like when the C-19 first hit, don't go to work, stay home, or we'll just pay you. But now the difference is, with this time, it's going to be digital money. In order for you to see those digital benefits, you're going to have a microchip inside your body to use it. And again, even if you do keep your job, you're still going to have the Karagma.
A recession. A recent Bloomberg survey of economists pointed to the increased possibility of a recession. A recession can be loosely defined as a sustained period of weak or negative growth in real gross domestic product, along with a significant rise in the unemployment rate, a drop in the stock and housing markets, households losing purchasing power, and, as a consequence, consumers losing confidence. The U.S.
It's happening now. Another article just came out and said that 2/3 of people here in America, believe they're in a worse state than, what was it, 2019? Hold on, let me pull that up real quick. This is the article I was talking about. It's from Gallo Up. If I pronounced that right, half in the United States, USA, they are worse off, highest since 2009. 35% say they are better off and 50% worse off. Reflecting on their personal financial situation, 35% of Americans say they are better off now than they were a year ago, while 50% were worse off since Gallup first asked this question in 1976. And it has been rare for half or more of Americans to say they are worse off. The only other time this occurred was during the Great Recession era in 2008 and 2009. All right, so yeah, man, people are jacked up out there. They're effed up out there. All right, and it's all planned. It's all planned. They're telling you it's planned. They're telling you we're gonna wreck the job market. We're gonna destroy the job market. We're going to fix everything. All right, but the only reason why they're destroying it because they're getting ready to bring in the next system. All right, they're getting ready to bring in the next system. Already there. This is Isaiah chapter 19. 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or the tail or the brush or the wrench or the rush Slakia may do. All right, so the Lord said there should be no work for Egypt. All right, so they're destroying the job market on purpose, and they're telling you they want to destroy it. All right, they want to destroy the middle class and get everybody on UBI to ultimately to bring in the Karagma. All right, so with that, you know, I just wanted to play that video. Play that video. Again, they're telling you they want to destroy the economy. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash, double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you brothers out there pushing your truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.